Hi, this is Rivian R1T, one of the first electric vehicles, electric trucks that were actually produced. This is a 2022 version. This is my vehicle. I purchased it back then as a pre-order holder. What I really like about it is the versatility of it. I can fit, a family of 5. I have $2, so we fit here. There's a nice little gear tunnel where I can fit my tent, golf clubs, anything like that in there. The front is very big for trips to Costco, things like that. Just the cargo hold. Another nice thing about it is the tonneau cover. This is the electric tonneau cover that can go all the way back to make it airtight. So that's even more cargo space for, if I'm going on a trip. I put all my luggage back here. So that's another nice thing. There's a full-size spare in here. This is quad motor, so there's a motor in every wheel, so it has actually over 800 horsepower, over 1,100 pounds of torque. So it's very fast. It can tow over 11,000 pounds if need be. So basically, it's an everything vehicle for me. It's my family vehicle. It's when we go take hiking and camping. I do also have a rooftop tent. These are the crossbars, so I put crossbars and a rooftop tent. So my kids like to sleep in that. I put my other tent in the gear tunnel. There's outlets here as well. So let's say the power went out in my house. I can put extension cords to my fridge, my freezer. I have 3 outlets, so anything I need, I can do that as well. So those are my main highlights. But this is my daily driver as well. So I drive this as a commuter vehicle.
And what year and model is it?
This is 2022 Rivian R1T. So, and they also make an SUV version of this, the R1S. So if you want more indoor cargo space, it's about 10 inches shorter, and all of this will be enclosed like a regular standard SUV. It'll be kind of like the same size as like a Highlander or an Explorer or something like that. No, so they make that version as well.
I'm surprised because I always picture the stereotype is that EVs are tiny.
No, I mean not always. I mean you can have your your Model 3 or whatever, but you also can get something that can be a family vehicle, because I traded in a Toyota Highlander to get this. So this is our family vehicle. Like whenever we go hiking, camping, whenever I go down to SeaWorld, go to Disneyland or whatever, this is what we take. And I don't have to worry about range. I get over 300 miles. I can get over 300 miles. So I live out in Beaumont, so I can actually go down to San Diego and back and not even charge. I just charge at my home.
Did you install a charge?
Yeah, so I have a charger in my garage, a level 2 charger. So I just charge each night, in my home, and I don't have to worry about going to a gas station. I don't have to worry about all the emissions coming off of my vehicle. It's all clean.
You could just use a regular. What do you call it?
A level 1 charger, just plugging it into like a regular wall. Yes, I can. It would just take longer. So you can.
Right.
And I can go into any of the Tesla superchargers. I have an adapter for that. So this summer I actually took a trip up to Yellowstone and up to Glacier National Park. So I took it there. I used all the different chargers all along the way. I never had a problem, never got stuck. A lot of people have range anxiety, or they're really afraid to take it anywhere. Again, I went from Southern California basically almost up to the Canadian border without a problem. Yes, it takes a little bit more planning, a little bit, slightly longer, but it's not a big deal. You can kind of be a little bit more leisurely rather than just rushing from here to there, so.
There's an app that can help you find where the chargers are?
Yeah, so there's many apps. So there's a lot of the chargers have their own apps, and then there's also apps that, a better route planner and some other different apps that kind of show you all the different chargers. And natively inside the Rivian in their entertainment, infotainment thing, it tells you where chargers are. Okay. So I can actually program it to go there, and along the way it's going to actually precondition the battery to be charged, and it'll make it charge it faster, so then you're less waiting. But I also don't find the charging, the charging times to actually be, they're pretty reasonable. because even if you're in a regular internal combustion vehicle, you're going to stop and have lunch, you're going to stop and have breakfast, you're going to stop and have dinner. Well, I'm doing those same things, so I'm just charging at the same time. So it's really not, it's not really a significantly more time like on a road trip. You're just a little bit more strategic.
Do you find a lot of people stopping you and asking you about it?
They do, but here in Southern California, a lot of people kind of know about EVs more. So I don't, but when I was, on my trip, people asked about it, or when I stopped at the Tesla chargers, people would ask about it because they're, they know about Teslas and all that kind of stuff. So they don't really know about the Rivian as much. So yeah, I do.
And are you convincing your family and friends, do you think? Has anybody gotten an electric car because of your example, do you think?
Well, this is fairly new. This is only a couple years old, so it's hard. But I mean, I try to. I'm an environmental science teacher. I'm a high school teacher, so I want to practice what I preach. So if I'm preaching, sustainability, preaching, clean air, preaching, reducing our carbon footprint. I want to be one of those people that, hey, do as I say, actually pull through and do it yourself,
Where do you teach?
I teach at Fontana High School. So I live in Beaumont, but I teach in Fontana.
I bet the kids love this car.
Yeah, they do. Again, on campus, I'm in charge of kind of like the recycling club. So we do the recycling, and where does all the recycling go? It goes in my truck, and we go take it to recycle and things like that. So.
Perfect, and I love the color too.
Yeah, I love it too. I like the red as well, but my family kind of outvoted me on the blue. I like the blue. Blue is number 2. I like the red, but it is what it is.
And what's your name?